Jim Doxey, Town of Poughkeepsie. If I take the 1 minute, can I yield my other 2 minutes to Mr. Jackson?
Yes, yeah, we want to hear from Mr. Jackson.
I think it's important that Mr. Jackson gets a chance to finish on all his comments tonight. I've been a legislator since fall of 2007, and been studying this for quite a number of years and have attended quite a few public forums. Our last forum was last week at Vassar College, and some of the statements there were very important. Elementary schools currently bring it home. You know, our kids are our future, and I think that's very important that the kids bring that home into the household to teach our parents how to recycle, how to reclaim. Our colleges, our Vassar College, Marist College are great examples of some fine recycling, and I think that's very important that we utilize that in Dutchess County. This particular burn plant, we are locked into a contract to the year 2014. I've been proposing for a number of years now to break contract with Covanta. We are obligated to pay for this facility to the year 2024, something we're locked into from previous legislation, but we need to get away from the burn plant. The proposal recently has incorporated another incinerator. They're asking for 2 turbines now instead of 1. I don't believe that's the direction that we should go in. We need to reclaim, recycle, compost, like Mr. Jackson talked about. There are many funds available. It was talked about last week. There are startup grants that are available. There's startup performance grants or investment starting capital for the facility Mr. Jackson talked about. $1.5 million times 5 is rather trivial compared to what we are paying on our current incinerator. There are from C&D wood that we can currently remove, and construction demolition, we can take that, break that down, turn into composting, turn that into things like green roofs, green products that we can put out there to help the economy. Another turbine was talked about from Neil Seligman, who's been at these multiple seminars at Vassar College, and his restatements was it's insane to continue to incinerate. There's incentives for businesses and households. I think that's something we should incorporate in this new plan to allow the kids to talk to the parents and get those different devices into the home. Separation, the Mid-Atlantic Solid Waste Management Plan is going to close its incinerator and do composting and recycling. I think that's very important that we do. And since 1997, there has been no new incinerators on the northeast part of the United States. Not to say that there hasn't been any other additions like turbines, but there has been no other new facilities, and I think that's rather important. Last year, we exported in Dutchess County 50,000 tons of toxic ash, over 5 pounds of mercury and cadmium. Those are toxics that we should not be putting into our air. It's a good thing that the solid waste management plant is south of my home and wind blows away from my house. And that's all I have to say tonight. Thanks.